That sharp, paralyzing pain that wakes you up in the middle of the night. A violent cramp in your calf or foot that makes you jump out of bed, not knowing what to do. If this scene sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of people, especially after the age of 50, suffer from nocturnal cramps, a problem many consider normal, a simple consequence of aging. But what if I told you that, most of the time, this searing pain is the result of a silent mistake we make every day? A mistake that goes far beyond the old story of lack of bananas, or it is just potassium.
In this video, we'll uncover the real mistake that causes cramps in the elderly, and how 3 specific foods, which you probably have at home, can start to fix it today. If you're tired of having your sleep interrupted by these pains and want a science-based solution, explained simply, stick with me. And if you know someone who is going through this, take this opportunity now to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. Because the information we're about to share can change the quality of life for many people.
What we're about to reveal is not a magic formula, but rather an intelligent adjustment in your diet, focused on the root of the problem, an imbalance that most people completely ignore. The truth is, a cramp is a cry for help from your body, a sign that something fundamental is out of order. And understanding this disorder is the first step to lasting relief. The big mistake most people make when trying to combat cramps is focusing exclusively on potassium. We've heard it our whole lives. Eat a banana and it will pass.
While potassium is indeed a crucial electrolyte for muscle function, it's just one piece of a much more complex puzzle. The real mistake, the systemic failure that opens the door to cramps, especially in the population over 50, is a double oversight. Chronic magnesium deficiency combined with inadequate hydration. It's a dangerous and silent combination. As the years go by, our bodies undergo subtle but significant changes. Kidney function, responsible for regulating mineral balance, can become less efficient.
Many continuous medications, such as diuretics for high blood pressure, increase the excretion of magnesium and other essential minerals through urine. Furthermore, our perception of thirst decreases, making us more susceptible to dehydration without us realizing it. When these factors combine, less magnesium being absorbed or more being eliminated, and less water circulating to transport nutrients and remove metabolic waste, we create the perfect environment for the muscle to go into spasm.
The muscle becomes irritated, hyperexcitable. Think of your muscle as a car. Potassium might be the fuel, but magnesium is the oil that lubricates the engine and the cooling system, while water is the fluid that allows everything to run without overheating. Without adequate oil and cooling, the engine can seize, and that's exactly what happens to your muscle fibers. Focusing only on bananas is like putting more gas in an engine that's overheating due to lack of oil. It doesn't solve the root cause. Understanding this mechanism is fundamental, as it allows us to stop shooting in the dark
and start nourishing our bodies strategically, providing the components it truly needs for muscle contraction and relaxation to occur smoothly and controlled. To understand why magnesium is so vital and why its deficiency is so devastating for muscles, we need to delve a little into cell biology, but in a very simple way. Imagine that each muscle fiber in your body has tiny gates on its surface. For a muscle to contract, a mineral called calcium needs to enter these gates. Calcium is the contract now signal. It's what initiates the whole process.
Now imagine magnesium as the gatekeeper responsible for these gates. Magnesium's role is to act as a natural blocker of calcium channels. It stands there, at the door of the muscle cell, and tells calcium, wait, only enter when necessary and leave soon after. It regulates the flow. When you have adequate magnesium levels, this process is harmonious. Calcium enters, the muscle contracts. Calcium leaves, the muscle relaxes. It's a perfectly choreographed dance. The problem begins when the gatekeeper, magnesium, is lacking. Without it to regulate entry, the calcium gates become more open. Calcium enters the muscle cell uncontrollably, and more importantly, has difficulty leaving. The result? The muscle receives a constant contract, contract, contract signal and cannot receive the relax signal. This leads to a state of hyperexcitability, where the slightest stimulus, like movement during sleep, can trigger a sustained, violent, and painful contraction. The cramp, This is why magnesium is often called the relaxation mineral. It doesn't just act on the leg muscles, but throughout the body, helping to relax blood vessels, which improves blood pressure, and calming the nervous system. Magnesium deficiency, therefore, is not just a muscular issue. It's a stressor for the entire organism, making it one of the central pillars we need to correct to find relief. Now that we understand magnesium's crucial role as the gatekeeper that calms our muscles, we need to talk about the environment where all this happens: water. Hydration is the second pillar supporting the mistake that causes cramps. If magnesium is the gatekeeper, water is the electricity and the logistic system of the entire building. Without enough water, nothing works properly. Dehydration, even mild, has a direct and immediate impact on neuromuscular function. First, water is the medium through which all electrolytes, magnesium, potassium, calcium, and sodium, are transported by the blood to the muscle cells. If blood volume decreases due to dehydration, the delivery of these vital minerals is compromised. You might have enough magnesium in your body, but if it can't efficiently reach your calf muscles, it's useless. Second, muscle contraction generates metabolic waste products such as lactic acid. Water is essential for washing these waste products out of the muscle tissue. When you're dehydrated, these byproducts accumulate, increasing muscle irritability and the likelihood of a spasm. Finally, the very nerves that send signals for muscles to contract and relax depend on precise water balance to transmit these electrical impulses correctly. Dehydration can disrupt this signaling, leading to short circuits that manifest as cramps. As I mentioned, the big danger for those over 50 is that the sensation of thirst becomes a less reliable indicator of the body's need for water. Often, by the time you feel thirsty, you're already in an early stage of dehydration. Therefore, the correct approach is not just to focus on a single mineral, but to ensure that the entire system is functioning. We need to correct magnesium deficiency and at the same time ensure that the transport and cleaning system, hydration, is operating at maximum capacity. It's this dual approach that finally leads us to an effective and lasting solution. With the problem understood at its root, the combination of magnesium deficiency and dehydration, let's move on to the first practical and delicious solution. The first group of foods you should incorporate into your routine starting today are seeds, specifically pumpkin and sunflower seeds. They are true nutritional powerhouses, absurdly rich in magnesium. To give you an idea, just a handful of 30 grams of pumpkin seeds can provide almost 40% of your daily magnesium requirement. It's one of the most concentrated sources nature offers. What makes seeds a superior choice to a simple supplement pill is that they deliver magnesium within a complete package. Along with it, you get fiber, which aids gut health and nutrient absorption, healthy fats, which have an anti-inflammatory effect, and other important minerals like zinc and copper, which also participate in muscle and neurological health. Implementation is incredibly simple and requires no drastic changes to your diet. You can start by adding 1 or 2 tablespoons of pumpkin or sunflower seeds, or a mix of both, to your yogurt in the morning.
They can also be sprinkled over salads at lunch, added to soups for a crunchy texture, or blended into smoothies. A practical tip is to always have a small container with a mix of these seeds in your kitchen. That way, it's easy to remember to add them to your meals. Another great option is to consume them as an afternoon snack, perhaps with some fruit. By doing this, you're not just combating magnesium deficiency, but also improving your overall nutrition quality. If this video is already being helpful, how about sharing it right now with a friend or family member who also suffers from this problem? A simple share can bring relief to someone you love. With magnesium properly addressed by seeds, we now need a food that smartly tackles the potassium issue and at the same time contributes to hydration. And here, we'll set aside the famous banana a bit to introduce an often underestimated champion: avocado. Many people are surprised to learn that, gram for gram, avocado contains significantly more potassium than bananas. A medium avocado can provide about 20% of your daily potassium requirement, a mineral essential for communication between nerves and muscles, and for maintaining fluid balance within cells. But avocado's benefits go far beyond that. It's rich in healthy monounsaturated fats, which are anti-inflammatory and crucial for heart health.
a significant concern for those over 50.
These fats also aid in the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins from other foods. Furthermore, avocado is also a decent source of our friend magnesium, working synergistically with the seeds we've already added. Its creamy texture and high fiber and water content also contribute to hydration and satiety.
Incorporating avocado into your diet is easy and versatile. You can mash it and spread it on whole wheat toast for breakfast, adding a little lemon and salt. You can dice it and add it to your salad, making it richer and more filling. Another excellent way is to use it as a base for smoothies, blending it with a little water, leafy greens, and pumpkin seeds, creating a powerful anti-cramp drink.
By choosing avocado, you're giving your body a dual tool, replenishing potassium efficiently and providing nutrients that support overall health. We already have magnesium from seeds and potassium from avocado, both contributing to electrolyte balance.
But one final element is missing, something that ensures all these precious nutrients effectively reach where they are most needed: the depths of your muscle fibers. We have essential minerals, magnesium and potassium, and we're taking care of hydration. The final piece of our puzzle is to ensure the delivery of these nutrients is optimized. For this, we need a food that improves blood circulation and vascular health. And our third superfood for this mission is beetroot. Beetroot is extraordinary because it's one of the richest natural sources of dietary nitrates. When we consume beetroot, our body converts these nitrates into a molecule called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a powerful vasodilator, which, in simple terms, means it relaxes and widens our blood vessels. Think of your arteries and veins as roads. Nitric oxide acts like a traffic controller that opens more lanes, allowing blood to flow more freely and with less pressure. For those suffering from cramps, this is revolutionary.
Improved blood flow means more oxygen and more nutrients, like the magnesium and potassium you've consumed, can efficiently reach muscle tissues, especially in the extremities like the legs and feet. At the same time, this enhanced blood flow helps to more rapidly remove metabolic waste products that can irritate muscles and cause spasms. For those over 50, where circulatory issues may start to become more prevalent, beetroot is a double ally, helping both muscles and overall cardiovascular health. The most potent way to consume it is through raw beetroot juice, but if the taste is too strong, you can steam or roast it and add it to salads. A salad with leafy greens, avocado chunks, pumpkin seeds, and grated beetroot would be, literally, a complete anti-cramp dish. With beetroot, we close the loop. We provide the minerals, ensure hydration, and now optimize the delivery system. This three-pronged approach is what makes this strategy so effective, as it addresses the problem from multiple angles synergistically. Let's recap our journey. We discovered that the real mistake causing cramps in the elderly is rarely just a lack of potassium.
It's a deeper problem: a chronic imbalance of magnesium, the relaxation mineral, combined with inadequate hydration, which is exacerbated by natural body changes after 50. To correct this effectively, we proposed a strategy with 3 powerful foods. First, pumpkin and sunflower seeds for a potent load of magnesium. Second, avocado, a potassium champion that surpasses bananas and still offers healthy fats. And third, beetroot to optimize circulation and ensure all these nutrients reach their destination. The scientific evidence supporting this approach is robust. The importance of magnesium, potassium, and hydration for neuromuscular function is not a theory. It's basic physiology, documented in countless studies and medical textbooks. The effectiveness of beetroot nitrates in producing nitric oxide and improving blood flow is also well established in scientific literature. While there may not be a single clinical study that has specifically tested seeds, avocado, and beetroot together for cramps, the mechanisms of action of each component are undeniably proven. We are building a solution based on solid scientific principles. And now, the most important point of this entire video, the medical disclaimer. The information shared here is for educational purposes and does not, in any way, replace the evaluation of a healthcare professional. Frequent and severe cramps can, in some cases, be a symptom of more serious underlying medical conditions, such as vascular problems, kidney disease, thyroid disorders, or neurological issues. Therefore, it is absolutely essential that you talk to your doctor or nutritionist before making any significant changes to your diet. especially if you have pre-existing health conditions or are taking continuous medications. Use this knowledge as a tool to have a more informed conversation with your healthcare professional. Leave in the comments which of these 3 foods you are most excited to try first. And please don't forget to subscribe and consult your doctor. Taking care of your health is the greatest investment you can make.